Hello babes, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. So in today's video we are going to be diving into the career of Miss Adrienne Bailon, who is now Adrienne Houghton. We are going to be diving into her singing career and why she never pursued singing as a solo act. So let's get into it. The multi-talented Adrienne Eliza Bailon Houghton, born on October 24th, 1983, rose to fame at the young age of 15. Adrienne was discovered by Latin pop artist Ricky Martin October 1999 while performing in her church choir at Madison Square Garden. Martin asked for 4 of the choir's best singers to perform as background singers, and of course, Ms. Bailon was elected to sing background for his Live La Vida Loca tour concert for his show later that night. Bailon stated that she was spotted by a producer while on a field trip and would later be offered a position in the girl group 3LW. Unlike most singers and actresses at the time, Adrienne didn't have any connections to Hollywood to introduce her to someone or any relatives working in the industry to promote her. She was a young girl from New York who sang in the church choir and did school plays. In 1993, 3LW was signed to Epic Records and will begin working on their debut album. Their first single, No More, Baby I'ma Do It Right, was released in the year 2000 and will follow up with Players Gonna Play in the summer of 2001. In November 2000, the album was released and will go on to be certified platinum by the RIAA, selling 1.3 million copies in the US alone. Now, let's dive into Adrienne's singing career. Adrienne, to me, has always had such a beautiful voice. I don't recall anyone ever having her unique voice and being able to capture people like she did.
Nobody can sing like me. I can hit any note you're giving me from A to Z. And we're down for whatever. If you hear me, throw your hands up. When love takes control, you feel naked. I'm not afraid no more.
Adrienne's voice has always been my favorite out of the Cheetah Girls and 3LW. She had a voice that could sing any song and sound good on any record, and I believe you don't always need to be a singer who yells or rather have this extremely powerful belting voice in order to be a good singer. I love voices like Adrienne, SZA, Maya, Ciara, Aaliyah, etc. because of how soft and beautiful their voices are. They don't sound like everyone and their voices are unique.
Girl, you can sing.
Thank you.
I've always been a fan of your voice.
And to hear that from you, I could
You're
cry
amazing.
right now. Thank you.
Adrienne signed to Def Jam to release her very own solo album at the age of 25 in 2009 and was supposed to go on to work with some of the biggest producers in the industry. Top charting producers like Mr. Brian Cox, who has worked with Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, Usher, Destiny's Child, Aaliyah, and so many more. As well as The Dream, who has worked with Beyonce, Rihanna, Britney Spears, Jay-Z, and the list is just endless. Adrienne had the potential to become a mega superstar. She had the it factor and was the girl that you rooted for and just wanted to see succeed. But unfortunately, Adrienne's contract was terminated with Def Jam. But in 2012, Adrienne had signed to Neo's management, Compound, and had begun to record new music as well as re-record some music she had already made.
The sky starts falling, then we gon' live it up tonight.
Neo took a leap of faith when signing Adrienne to his management company because of the star quality she had to become a huge pop icon who had the versatility to do any genre, especially with her voice. But things had changed majorly in the industry when Adrienne had begun recording her album. It was more about popularity, quick hits, and gimmicks rather than real, authentic talent.
There was so much more to music than just what I love about music. I grew up singing in church. I sing every day, nobody knows it, but I love to sing. The music business was different than when I got in the game at 16 years old. It was about music and talent and singing.
But with Neo by her side, Adrienne had the potential to have one of the most groundbreaking albums and was sure to be a mega seller. However, Adrienne's album was never released and Adrienne had stopped singing and stepped back from the music industry as a whole. Adrienne carried the Cheetah Girls and 3LW with her vocals. Had she not been a part of those two groups, who knows what they would have sounded like or how successful they would have been. Also, and of course, because Raven was a part of the group and Raven was a part of the Cheetah Girls. But aside from that, Adrienne carried the Cheetah Girls and 3LW with her vocals. Adrienne had reached a point of hating her voice and no longer wanted to sing anymore because she believed she sounded childish, and I disagree completely. She has one of the most unique voices I've ever heard, and I believe she still has the potential to record a beautiful R&B pop album and it'd be a banger. I just remember watching Empire Girls and being so excited that Adrienne was finally releasing a soul album because it was something that her fans wanted for a while. And when the album wasn't released, I myself was highly upset about it. But Adrienne stated that she no longer wanted to do music anymore and didn't like the sound of her voice. But she didn't really go into detail as to why the album was just scrapped and not finished. However, she never completed the album and we never received an album from Adrienne. But Adrienne is now happily married and has had her little baby, her little bundle of joy, which I am so happy for because she has been through so much and she has always wanted to be a mommy, so I'm so happy for Adrienne. Oh, and Adrienne did drop a Christmas album in 2017 as well as in 2021, featured alongside her husband to create a gospel album. And hopefully one day Adrienne decides to drop an R&B/pop album and do whatever it is that she wants to do on her album with no fear and no holding back, and just release it to the public. And it doesn't have to be this big whole hoopla, but I definitely think that she should still release an R&B album when she's ready. And that is it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Liking helps the algorithm and it helps my videos get out to other people. And make sure that your notification bells are always on so that you know when I upload. And I will catch you guys in the next video.